Welcome to New York Got Game.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of New York Got Game. Dexter, Bryan, Fonseca. The Knicks have come back from Abu Dhabi. They have another preseason game this week. They will be playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. But what we're going to do today, we're going to do a little film session. We're going to look at some of the things the Knicks did right, some of the things they did wrong. We understand it is just two preseason games, but we're going to take a look at some of the things that went down in the preseason because there were some things I liked, Bryan. There were some things I liked with the offense.
Agree.
There were some things I liked defensively. There were things I liked from certain players. There were things I did not like from certain players. So we are going to go through it all here on this episode. I want us to start with the Knicks half-court offense.
Yeah.
Because I thought there were some good things in the half-court offense. And one of the first plays we're going to look at, and we're going to pull it up here, is Jalen Brunson. And you're going to see a lot of this, guys, with Mike Brown's offense. Dribble handoffs. Heavy dribble handoffs. You're going to see a lot more than you did with Tom Thibodeau, and we saw this in the first couple of preseason games. So the first thing we're going to look at is from game one, where we look at Jalen Brunson. Let's let this one play here with Jalen Brunson in some dribble handoff action, which was very impressive here. So you see Jalen Brunson bringing up the ball, and look, there's a fake dribble handoff right into it. Now, you may look at that and say, why is that important? Does that good? Well, a lot of times you're thinking you're going to give the ball to somebody in a dribble handoff. Faking it can freeze your defender for a second. So let's look at that once again. He gets it here.
I'll do it in slow motion here. So you can actually do this handoff and be okay, although I probably wouldn't.
It would have been too tight to the half-court line.
Probably wouldn't here. But the fake, look, gets the defender way off balance, makes him touch earth, and you have a wide-open floater here.
Yeah.
Like, that's beautiful. Philly, like, they're just not equipped to guard this. They weren't prepared for the handoff, and it also speeds up your offense. Like, that's the other thing of it.
Also, look at the option that's there in the corner, right? There's Mikal Bridges in the corner. If you want to, you can kick out for the three, and that would probably be a quality look depending on the pass. So you like that here. Or
Shamet here could also step to the right here to the wing area if you were to, cut down hard. And you could actually hit him for an open three there too. But this is the right shot here. Like this is the shot you want.
Oh yeah, this is the shot you want. So this is something I liked, and this is dribble handoff action where you fake the dribble handoff. Brunson easily able to finish the floater right there. So you like the offense right there. Now the next play I want us to look at is another dribble handoff play, but this involves something that a lot of you want to see, and that's Mikal Bridges with the basketball here. Now, what have we said about Mikal Bridges on this show for the past year? And I also think this is an offense that is going to highly benefit him. Everybody knows I've been on that. I think it's a big year for him, but I think Mike Brown's offense can help him a lot. You want to see Mikal Bridges do what, Bryan?
Get downhill.
There we go. Get downhill.
Drive with intent, and don't just drive to fade away 14 feet away from the basket. So Mikal Bridges gets the ball here. Matchup against Kelly Oubre, by the way. Like not a total slouch defender.
No.
Nice drive there. Very simple. Like, very simple here. You could look at other options, but there's not really anything here. He kind of has to take it, and he has to step on his man. He's aggressive, goes up to finish. Nice touch.
No fade away.
That's exactly what you want. Let's look at that full speed real quick. Last play there. So this is really good stuff, I think. Small thing, but maybe you get an and one and with a different referee, whatever. I didn't think there was enough contact for that. But the fact that he goes up, like, last year maybe he pulls that back out, reverses the ball. Now, during the year, because this is, look, early impressions, first day of school, you're trying to, you're trying to set the tone. Maybe he reverts back to who he was last year at some point at a later date. But I thought that was good there because it's good recognition of the play.
That was from, just to be clear, the first play we saw of Brunson was from game one. This was from game two in Abu Dhabi. I think the thing that you saw consistently from Mikal Bridges here was he was not fading away a lot. Now, I'm with you, Bryan. We got to see more, right? We got to see a little bit more of this.
Right.
But on plays like this where he took this off of a dribble handoff from Deuce McBride and then automatically attacked, I like that. Quick. You're recognizing what's going on, and you're attacking. There was no indecisiveness. There was no fading away. You're right on a different play, Bryan. This could have possibly been an and one, but this is something you got to like you saw from Mikal Bridges. The third play, we're going to stick with game two here, and this is maybe one of my most interesting things that we saw in the half court because this is off of an inbound play. And Jalen Brunson is the inbounder on this. And
See Brunson here.
Brunson
He's already
here.
Passed it to OG.
He passed it to OG. So now keep your eye on Brunson through this. And let's look at this in slow motion. Keep your eye on Brunson and keep your eye on the picks that are set for him here. So watch Jalen Brunson.
Actually, this is Yabusele with the ball.
Right, but I want people to keep their eye on Brunson coming from out of bounds. That's what I want you to do. Yabusele has the ball. Do not watch the ball. Watch Brunson, because that's the key here. Watch Brunson on this action as he gets this. Look, one screen, second by Cat, gets around Cat on the curl. Look at all the space he has.
Mm-hmm.
Easy catch and shoot to rise and fire, right? And you want to see more of that from Jalen Brunson, and he's able to knock down the shot. This is off of an inbounds play, right? And Jalen Brunson gets an easy catch and shoot opportunity. These are ways where Jalen Brunson can score. We just saw two things that we looked at. We saw Brunson with the ball in the dribble handoff action, right? And he was able to get the easy floater. And then you saw him off of this double screen where he's curling from the baseline around the top of the key and is able to get an easy catch and shoot and drain that. Those easy looks, if you can get easy points like that in a game, it's huge. And you're not wearing yourself out.
Yeah, and I wanted to look at the screeners here. So you have Mikal Bridges, you have Malcolm Brogdon, and you have Towns here. So Mikal actually looks like he's going to get involved with the play here.
But doesn't, and flares out to the corner.
He goes to the corner, which is the right move because you need spacing ultimately.
Brogdon's the one who sets a good screen.
Brogdon's a vet. He knows how to set the screen, knows what he's doing. Edgecombe is also on Brogdon, so you have two there. And then over here, Towns with the other screen on Brunson's man for good measure. He has space even here. Well before we were looking at the release, he has space even on this, like as soon as he's getting the pass from Yabusele. Like this is too late in any level of basketball, but especially in the NBA when you're dealing with like very good three-point shooters. This is late here. You're in no position because you have to curl around this screen. This is a good screen by Towns. You have to go around as Towns is wide, as we know. And it wasn't even a hard screen. It's
you just chipped him ever so slightly.
Yeah. And then here, this is just late. You know, if you have a longer reach, maybe, but Brunson's in the right spot. And the fact that he curls and breaks in. So watch this. If he pulls out and is like taking a deeper three, it's easier to contest. Sometimes guys will take the deeper three because you have more space, but in this instance, that wouldn't have made sense. The fact that he curled in, you have an easy three-point look there. Defender really can't come up here either because if you do that, Towns is going to be wide open. That's the other thing.
And if he did close hard or the other defender came up, Brunson could make that read, bounce pass right to Towns. Towns could have it wide open above the break three, and there you go.
Yeah.
So
Towns is in the right spot here because if this pressure comes towards Brunson, you're hitting Towns for that open three.
Yep.
And if Oubre moves in a little bit more, like a shade more here,
corner.
you have Yabusele in the corner.
Yep. And this is one of the best out of bounds plays that I think we saw in the first couple of games where Jalen Brunson got something that we're going to look at a lot, which is getting some catch and shoot opportunities. Now, the next thing we want to go to, because we looked at the half court, I want to look at transition offense. We talked a lot about space and pace and space being used a lot here. But you had to like some of the things that you saw from this team in the transition offense. First thing we're going to look at is from game 2. This is off of a miss, if I'm not mistaken. This was off of a miss or a turnover. I believe it was a miss, but let's let it play right here and see what the Knicks are able to do in transition. This is off of a turnover. Now, look. Pause it right here. Pause. Let's go back a little bit. Here's the thing. Mitchell Robinson gets rid of the ball quickly off of the turnover, gets it right to Jalen Brunson. Watch who's on the wings. You got OG Anunoby at the bottom of your screen.
Yep.
Okay? And Mike Brown talked about this. He talked about wanting to see his wings go to the corners. Keep your eye on OG Anunoby and what he does. Let's go. See OG running right to the corner. Rise, fire, bucket, right? If you can get that, look at the shot clock too, right? The Knicks, Jalen Brunson's ball is 22 on the shot clock, gets the ball to OG, he catches it with 20, rising and firing by 19.
Ball's in the air 5 seconds into the possession.
Yeah, and that's a quality shot because look at the space between him and the nearest defender when he catches that. And when you can get shots up like that before the defense is set, that's huge in today's NBA.
Yeah.
Huge.
So you also have Mikal here. He's not going to hit him here because OG just has a better look, and look at Brunson. He's clearly looking at this side of the floor. But Mikal's in the right spot too because you need that spacing. Yeah. And Mikal, you could hit. Mikal actually, he's trying to get in. He's really trying to shoot these twos. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get in actually to see if he can get a layup or a dunk. But then he pulls back, goes to the wing. OG has a space. Good.
Love it.
That's a good possession.
Love this offense.
Good, quick offense.
You're going to see a lot more of that. Now, this is going to be also off of a turnover, the next thing we see. And watch who runs the floor here for the Knicks. Let's let this one play. This is off a missed shot by the Knicks. And this is what the Knicks are going to do. They're running off of misses.
3-on-1.
Lob it up. And there you go. These are the kind of buckets you can get. Everybody can run off these. You're going to see bigs run. You're going to see wings run to the corner. This is all important in what you could do. So you're going to see the variation of how the Knicks can run with this here. It's a lot of this is off of makes. This is off of misses. We're going to see something later where we look at something off of a make. But what you like here is Mitchell Robinson is running the floor. Bryan and I talked on the last episode on Sunday. Bryan, you said Mitchell Robinson looked really good, right?
Bouncy,
he looked bouncy.
Yes.
This was an example of that. Bouncy isn't just banging it on somebody in the half court. Sometimes it's running the court and being able to get these easy baskets. These are all examples of how the Knicks can get easy baskets. Let's look at the Knicks.
Now, if you're a high school coach, you hate this from the Sixers' perspective because there's
I know you know.
nobody here at the top of the key. Yeah. And this is how the Knicks are able to get 3-on-1. They recognize that. There's no one's back. No one's back here.
But you got to make them pay. You
have somebody getting back here, but this is too little too late because now the Knicks recognize this, and it's like, oh, okay, everyone, see, look, out of position here, flat-footed here, Maxi's not going to get back quick enough. Like, you have numbers off the jump. It's 4. These 4 guys are behind. OG's back here, but it doesn't matter. Clarkson obviously has a speed here, and now it's 3-on-1. And it's like, just take your pick.
And he did what he had to do, make the defenders try to
Beautiful
stop the ball.
pass, by the way.
Beautiful pass. Robinson. Mitch is able to jam it in. Now, looking at this next play, this is one of my favorite plays. It's good. This came off of a play that we're going to talk about later, but this is one of my favorite plays that I saw in the 2 games. And what I want everybody to do is see what happens here. This is going to be just watch. Let's play through because this is to be one of my favorite things that we saw happen about how this offense can look.
Oh yeah, I know which play this is.
Boom. Now,
no time.
How did that all go down, and why was that so good? Now, first of all, Jalen Brunson gets the ball here, right, and he's attacking the paint, and you love that because he's drawing defense. The Knicks are doing this off of a block that happened. They're running off of a block. Now Jalen Brunson is here. He kicks it to the corner. Mikal Bridges again doing his job, running to the corner, Bryan. But Mikal realizes the defender's going to close, swings it to Cat outside. But what does Mikal do? Doesn't stay complacent. Yep. Immediately cuts baseline. Also pay attention. They're worried about Brunson coming off the curl there too. Went back around Mikal Bridges. So now Mikal never stopped moving, cuts to the basket, wide open, easy dunk. There's a lot of people you got to credit on that. 1, Mikal for continuously moving. 2, Cat for making the pass out of the high post. We talked about, Bryan, how Cat could be a more effective passer in this offense this year. That is a great example of that right there. So you loved all of that. Brunson draws the defense. Mikal doesn't settle for a rush shot. And then Cat is able to look and find Mikal, who was willing to cut to the basket.
Yeah, because look at Mikal. Let's actually focus on Mikal to your point.
Yep.
Because he doesn't make the greatest pass in the world, admittedly. Very high. Towns, he has maybe a better pass. He might just swing this over to Yabusele, and maybe that's a different possession. But Mikal here, you could barely see him on screen now, but he's out of bounds. You see the pink sneaker? He's right here. He's going to cut back in. As Brunson is coming around, to your point, Oubre out of position. And then there's nobody here on this side of the court. Mikal recognizes that. Your man is beaten. If the defender here comes over, this is a 3-point shot for Malcolm Brogdon. If this defender comes over, maybe you could hit Yabusele, but this is the right play because you're getting a dunk out of it. Who cares about the 3-pointer at that point?
Yeah.
It's just continually moving without the ball. That's why Mikal Bridges can work in the offense, especially if he's hitting from 3, but also if he's getting to the rim, because he can cut. And this is something we talked about with Dadier. Needs to be able to cut, and we may get to that actually.
We may get some of that. We're gonna go to two more plays really quick with
this
transition.
is the full play from a different angle,
and it's from a different angle and the replay, and I think it's a great replay to look at.
Good pass by Towns.
How good of that pass was there. Now this is off of a make, and I find this interesting. We're gonna look at this play really quickly. It's a transition play. Jordan Clarkson is gonna get the ball here. This is off of a make. Look at how the Knicks run here.
So here's Clarkson right here.
Look at Mitch.
So Mitch is ready. You've been watching Mitchell Robinson long enough.
He's ready.
Like he could taste the alley-oop.
Yep. And this won't be an actual oop, but
it
watch
won't,
the pass.
But because listen, this is good. This is actually well defended. I believe this is Andre Drummond, still in the league. Bounce pass, not a bounce pass, just a straight pass to Mitchell Robinson. That's bounce pass would have been dangerous actually. This is actually the right call here.
Yep.
Because one, Clarkson. Let's actually go back to the very beginning, like the very beginning of this play. They had a different camera angle here, so you're probably not going to see the best of it. But like he gets the ball and he's just going right here against Edwards, playing for the floater, and Mitchell Robinson's like, "Cool, dunker spot. This is all me."
And credit Clarkson because he showed like he was going to float and brought the ball down and had the little
his only 2 assists in preseason have been to Mitchell Robinson, and we just saw the second one.
And I think Clarkson can, and I think Bryan feels the same way. I think Clarkson can give a little bit more in terms of the playmaking than some people may realize.
His assists have been up and up. The assist percentage, like I don't know if he's going to average that many assists this year because the usage and
you
things
might be able to get 3 out of him a game.
Oh, I think he could get to 4 even, depending on how much he's running the offense, how many minutes he's going to play with Malcolm Brogdon, for example. But like I like the juice that Jordan Clarkson could provide to this offense. This is why I thought he was a good fit for this team.
All right. Last thing on. I think this is another good one to look at really quick. Watch this. This is off of a steal.
Yeah.
And how also players, even on the bench, are understanding to run to the corner. Let's let this play.
This is the last offensive clip we're going to look at because we got some defense ones before we get out of here. Okay, let's run it. There's Brogdon. Right place, right time.
Corner, Matthews, cash money. Right? Now, that all starts with Brogdon. That basically, the ball only touched the hands of 3 players. Brogdon gets the steal, finds Kolek. Kolek is the only person.
Awful pass, by the way.
It's a terrible pass. Kolek, and look at Brogdon. Brogdon, who's such a savvy vet.
Yeah, because he right in the paint.
Yeah, it's a terrible pass. But when Brogdon gets the ball, one dribble immediately looks ahead for Kolek.
Yep.
Kolek's
Beautiful
the only person that is dribbling a couple times, and we know how good a playmaker Kolek is, keeps his head up, drives baseline, and look at Matthews running right for the corner.
That is a shooter and a half right there.
And there you go. That is easy buckets, easy offense. You love the motion on it. You love that there were only 3 dribbles on the entire play.
Matthews from the jump knows exactly, like, I got to get to the corner.
Yep.
Like, right, he's already like, I got to get to this corner, beats his man there. Actually, decent contests, all things considered, but, like, that's a pro. He's going to hit that shot. He's a career 38% three-point shooter. You want him in the corner shooting that 3.
You want him shooting that 3. All right, we're going to look at some defense here. This was probably the defensive highlight of the 2 games in Abu Dhabi. This is from Game 2. Keep your eye on Mr. Gershon Yabusele right here.
Little help defense.
Defense.
This doesn't need a lot of explaining. Boom!
Get out of here.
That was
disrespectful.
Doesn't need a lot of explaining there.
It's just good help defense. It's good recognition. Your man is beat, right? And coming over to help. Brunson got beat, and Yabusele met him right at the rim.
Yeah. People don't think he's that athletic because he's thick, but look at this. Just absolutely swats that. Remember, he dunked on LeBron in the Olympics, and that's what made him a sort of household that summer. It's not what led to the contract alone because he played well during the Olympics and had been playing well overseas for years in Spain, for example. But yeah, he's also athletic on top of being able to add some dimensions in terms of shooting threes and in terms of finishing at the rim.
Yeah, I agree. Now, on this play right here, keep your eye on Mikal Bridges. We know about how he came up with some big steals in the playoffs. Look at how he baits Tyrese Maxey into this turnover here.
So here's Mikal.
Here's Mikal. Watch him. Now, Maxey's going to try to slip over to the left, but watch how Mikal backs up a little bit and then plays the passing lane. That's what you want to keep an eye on.
Slow motion, right? So
almost like a corner. He looked him off.
Yup.
Knows the pass is going to come back. Nope.
Yep.
That's cookies.
I do this in 2K all the time. So
that's easy cookies
sometimes
right
it
there.
works, sometimes it doesn't.
He looked like he's going to go over help, then he looks back, he keeps his eye on the ball. This is what Clyde would say, see your ball, see the ball, see your man, right? Got to do that. Looks back, and look, those long arms. He's already knows he's jumping this passing lane.
Also, good pressure by Brunson here, recognizing that the rookie, VJ Edgecombe, who I think is going to be really good, but had a rookie moment here.
This was a rookie moment because the rookie might recognize
Towns
that.
is in the right spot, too, so this is good team defense, like, all the way around. And Mikal, to your point, like, he steps off, and then it's like, all right, I know this pass. It has to come. Like, it has to because there's nothing else available to him.
Mikel's already in the passing lane.
And Maxi's not in position.
And then watch what Mikel does because he takes control of his ball. Oh, no fadeaway.
He finished.
He goes all the way. He finishes.
Reverse
no
layup.
With a reverse.
No and one, but he got the finish.
He had a chance to get to the line. That's all I'm saying. He had a chance to get to the line there. So great defense from Mikel there. All right, next thing I want to look at, this is something I'm going to let Bryan take a lot of because Bryan had been talking about this as we see Mikel with the fantastic steal and the finish here.
Beautiful finish.
And a really good finish by him. You've been talking about Mitchell Robinson in the high post, and this is from the first game that we saw and what Mitchell Robinson, we saw him featured a little bit in the high post. You didn't like all of it. Let's take a look at why.
We saw it from the jump, too. Okay, so this is so interesting. Towns gets the ball. Here's Dadier. This is the first game. Dadier starts. Now we're going to hit up Mitchell Robinson here, top of the key. This is where the adventure begins. So,
boom.
Right here. Dadier, wide open. Mitchell Robinson turns around. Mitchell Robinson was here, but it's pretty clear at this point in the play, like even as you're watching it in real time, we're doing it in slow motion now, but even when you're watching it in real time, you're like, okay, this has to get reversed to Brunson. The defense knows this. If we know this, the defense knows this. They're going to be ahead of us. And Dadier's right here. He does what he's supposed to do. He's cutting. Domantas Sabonis in Sacramento, he hits that pass. Karl Anthony Towns, I think, would hit that pass too. Now, you could say, oh, Tyrese Maxey's there, but if you hit the right pass, Dadier, like you're gonna have a big size advantage over Tyrese Maxey. But maybe you want to say it's too risky, but I mean,
well,
he's
there's
here.
Couple of things to that. You talked about Domantas Sabonis, Bryan. Domantas Sabonis, because of this was what I think you were saying the last episode we did. Their comfortability in that position, because you were saying Mitch was uncomfortable.
He's a natural passer.
He's not also going to have his back turned to the basket on that position.
And he's a threat to shoot, even though like he's not like
which is part of that.
Yeah, like he's not like a great he's not. The best 3-point shooter.
He's not Kristaps Porzingis.
I mean, he's not Towns, right? But he's a threat to shoot.
But when you're a threat to shoot, you're a little more comfortable being there at the top of the key, and you're looking to even possibly be a triple threat and either put the ball on the floor, pass, or shoot the ball.
So he's already turning to Brunson. Brunson's like, all right, I got to go get this. Here's Edgecombe. Edgecombe is in the right spot. Mitchell Robinson guarded well. Dadier cuts, and now he has to continue to move. So that happens. Bridges recognizes this, by the way, and now I'm going to switch with Dadier. That's good. Bridges knows where to be. Yeah. And here's Brunson trying to cut now. And here's the pass.
Terrible pass.
Yeah.
Terrible
Not
pass.
Nikola Jokic like. Not that we're asking him to be that. Mike Brown, I don't know if he is. But he's just trying shit, right?
Yeah.
He's just trying things.
Yeah, and listen, this play, we'll fast forward through it, but this play ended up in a Pacome Dadier putback and one. So the Knicks did end up scoring here, but this was a very ugly possession.
Yeah.
That was an ugly pass there to Brunson. Not exactly what you wanted.
Because Mitch can't hang out up here because he can't shoot.
Right.
He has to cut now.
Got to cut.
So this is just an awkward possession. Dadier's here for the three, but Brunson feels like he just has to get the ball up at this point. And there's Dadier. Like
who did a great job of crashing the boards.
Yeah.
One of the better things he had
Let's
done.
actually highlight that for a second. I know we got to get out of here, but we actually have like a good Dadier result out of this. So he's open here. All right, I got to cut. I gotta get to the basket. This ball is up for grabs. As soon as the ball is getting tapped around, he's in. Boom.
Yeah. And looks to get right around Tyrese Maxey, right? That's the key there.
Not boxed out at all. Like right place, right time. That's good. Very good instincts for a dude who's 20 and who we haven't seen a lot from at the NBA level.
Yeah. No,
one of his only preseason highlights so far.
I agree with that. All right, so next thing that we are going to look at, we are going to also look at some things from Ariel Hukporti really quickly.
Yeah.
There's some things I thought Ariel Hukporti did good in these games. Both of the clips we're going to look at here from game one, I want to run through. One is that he ran the floor. And you're seeing this from the Knicks bigs. You're seeing it from Cat. You're seeing it from Mitchell Robinson. You're seeing it from Ariel Hukporti. Watch Ariel Hukporti here, who's right there on the boxing screen on the right block. Watch him run the floor here. Keep your eye on him. So shot is missed. He actually gets a rebound.
Yeah.
Gives it up. Now keep your eye on Hukporti again. Watch him run the floor.
Look at that sprinting. That's great stuff.
Great stuff.
That's rewarding the big man.
And Colette, great job keeping his head up on the right side, looking back to the middle of the floor and finding him there. So the thing I love about Hukporti here is he gives the ball up really quickly.
Nearly blocks a shot.
Yeah, almost blocked the shot. Got the rebounds. This is all good.
And now,
Altered the shot, and he runs.
Look at who he's beating there, right? Like, he is past multiple guys. And honestly, there's another world where if you want to, he's a big man, and 23 is not in a position. I think that's recorded. Not in a position to actually defend this. It's hard to tell who's who because it's a little blurry on our end. Brogdon is right here. Like, you could make this pass if you really want to, but you don't need to.
But he confidently went up, right? There's nobody there to challenge him, and he does it. Now, on this next play, this is a little bit of pick and roll action, and I love what Hukporti did here because first of all, good screen.
Yeah.
And then look at what he's able to do when he gets the ball. This is where he can differ a little bit from Mitchell Robinson. Give you a different look. Brogdon, great
Beautiful pass.
But look at Hukporti. Who does that remind you of that used to do that for the Knicks?
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Damn right.
With the left hand, too.
With the left hand. Isaiah Hartenstein, nice finish there. A little float game for Hukporti. I love it.
This pass is just perfect.
Perfect.
This is absolutely
perfect.
Pass.
Yeah, and Hukporti, again, moving. Once he set the screen, we talked about his screen setting in Summer League, but going up confidently with the left and finishing there, that's good because now the defense, right, look how many guys, nobody's off the ground but him. They're all watching him.
Yeah, and
he's already rising
and
above.
they've collapsed, but they're all late.
Yep, all late.
They're all late. No one could block this shot.
So I love that. Last player we're going to look at here, Bacom Dadier. Now, Bacom Dadier, things were a little bit rough for him at times.
Tip.
This is the first play of the preseason, right? So I'm not going to kill him. It's the first play of the preseason, but let's take a look at it. First play of the preseason. And so game one in Abu Dhabi.
Here's Dadier right here.
So Dadier gets the ball.
Screen.
Remember, he started.
There's Mitch, top of the key. Arvydas Sabonis, Mitchell Robinson. There's Dadier. There's a drive, and stepped out of bounds.
Now, why did that happen? A lot of that is some of the Mitch didn't give him adequate spacing on that drive, right? So it's a little bit problematic there.
So he's where he needs to be here. He's in the corner. He's just letting the play develop. Here comes Bridges. Dadier still watching. All right, now I got to move up because Bridges is on the left side, and you got 4 over here. Now Dadier has to create some space here. Can't be all the way.
And the right pass from Bridges, the right pass.
Yeah,
Dadier
hesitation. There's the closeout from Oubre.
And see, right there, Dadier, I think, either can go up as he going basket if he wanted to, but I think he was so concerned about the other defender coming over.
Bridges is here, and he's kind of untagged.
He should have made that pass.
Edgecombe had his back turned.
A good bounce pass gets it there.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
He cut behind Edgecombe here.
Nah, you're right. You're right. Now you got to hope that
It's not an easy.
Pass.
It looks easier from here, but ultimately it's a cross court pass. Cross court pass is not going to be easy. Mitch has his man sealed off. Like, that's sort of what you're looking at here, and you have 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to put up a shot here. Bridges recognizes he's absolutely not getting this pass, and now it's getting a little clunky. So he actually steps back out. I do wonder, did he have enough space there? It doesn't look like it. It probably would have been too cluttered to just stay there. But Edgecombe rotates at this time. So now Dadier recognizes a little too late. I have to get this to Mikal Bridges to put up the grenade with 5 seconds left. So Bridges steps back out, and Dadier steps on the ground before he can get the pass off.
Yeah, so just
not a good pass either.
No, not a good pass either. Terrible first possession. All right, the next thing we're going to look at, and this is the thing Bryan and I were talking about with Dadier. And what did we say, Bryan? You got to hit your open shots. You got to finish your breakfast. Dadier did not finish his breakfast, and he got beautiful looks like this one. One thing I'll say on this play that we're going to watch here is you should be impressed by what you saw from Karl-Anthony Towns right here, right? Cat's not settling.
Has the ball right here.
He has the ball right here. Now watch what Cat does as he drives.
So the whole world is on him at this point. Dadier, this is the only pass available. Like
it's a great pass from
like
Cat.
It's stylish pass also, low key. Towns is such a funny dude. Like look at
that swag. Let's go.
The way he moves is just funny. Like, but this is great.
It's a great pass.
Great wrap, like just wrapped around, and then you could not. He is ass naked here. You cannot be more open
than he is right here. He had time to do his taxes, have his breakfast. They fed him the breakfast, and he doesn't finish it here. And this is the problem with him. This is what's going to keep him on the court or not. We've seen some good things. We've seen the cutting. We've seen that he knows to move to the right spaces. He's here in the right space. This is a wide open shot. This is as good as a shot as you're going to get in the NBA.
Here we go. Form decent.
Form looks good, man.
Form looks fine.
Looks good.
In and out. That's a tough one too, because but the thing is like these shots just aren't falling, and he's gonna continue to have these looks because he's not a shooter, and people know if you're gonna guard him, you want him to shoot. You don't want him at the rim. You don't want him cutting. And he at every level that he's played at so far, we talked about this internationally, G League, like he just hasn't been able to knock these down consistently. That's the Achilles heel in this game right now. Is he has to be able to hit these shots. Yeah. You don't need to be a 40% 3-point shooter overnight, if ever at all. But be someone that they have to account for.
Can you get to 32%? Can you get a little bit below league average and make somebody put a hand up?
33, 34%. Like,
you want to get to that?
They'll live with that.
Yeah, but I'm even just saying to start. Can you get to 32 where you're knocking on the door of that? Right?
Yeah, don't be in the 20s.
Yeah, don't be in the 20s. You got to, because when you're in the 20s, nobody's putting a hand up. That's what I always say. Can you make somebody put a hand up and want to run out to you?
By the way, look at Mikal here. Just smacks the ball. Just smacks it to Mitch, and then Mitch gets fouled. Like, Mikal's had a good preseason.
Well, so far,
just in terms of being in the right place at the right time.
I think he knows where he's supposed to be, and he's liking it. But this is us looking at all of what we saw from the Knicks here in the preseason. Not all of it, but some of it. Things we liked, we didn't like. Let us know what you liked and didn't like from the video of Knicks in the preseason. We are going to do more of these where we break down the film. But I think there's some good things to look at the Knicks in the preseason here in Abu Dhabi. We'll see more of what they can do against the Timberwolves.
We'll get to Tyler Kolek another time.
We will get to him another time.
Because I know some of y'all probably want to see that more so.
Do y'all? I'm not sure if they do. All right, he's Bryan Fonseca. I'm Dexter Henry. We'll have a lot more coming up soon on another edition of New York Got Game.
And thanks for watching New York Got Game. Boom shakalaka.